So I'm curious what kind of how you assess, like why you think I might not fit with, like what are the characteristic differences between somebody that would gamble but isn't really drawn to the contrarianness of the river.
I mean, people that have worked inside campaigns, that is the one village profession where you do need to assess risk, especially in a primary campaign where you know you're inherently kind of an underdog, right? And you have to like be willing to roll the dice a little bit. So there is more overlap than people would let on for sure. And look, to some extent, this political clash has grown more explicit over the course of the past year or so. Bill Ackman versus the Harvard University president is a classic confrontation of river versus village. Look, I do think, look, in some ways, I'm a little bit annoyed that like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel are kind of now seen as the foremost representatives of the river. If you surveyed everyone in the community, you'd have a lot of libertarians. I bet you'd still have more, it might be close, probably have more Harris voters than Trump voters, a lot of Chase Oliver voters. He's a libertarian candidate, for example. But they have been at the tip of the spear, for sure. Some of the culture war stuff motivates them. I mean, I think you have a clash in Silicon Valley between very progressive, quote unquote, woke employees and less progressive capital owners, bosses. But again, it's also economic self-interest. For most of the history of the Republican Party, business elites have been aligned with the Republican Party. In the Obama years, it was kind of the one exception. And I think they feel like now that implicit contract that, hey, I'm socially liberal but fiscally conservative,